Okay.
Thank you.
Can I get the gentleman's name again?
Jonathan Clinton.
You care to say anything, Mr. Clinton? Ignorant has been going through so much in the past year, and you're the chairman of the board.
Yes.
Just a comment on,
like I said, I'm earlier chairman of the board. Part of our responsibility is just to speak to the social ills of the school, and the allegations came forward through the PTA. So we support the PTA 100%. So I'm here just in capacity of the school board, show support for Mr. Reagan, Mr. Troy Gravey, and what he started.
thank you.
Thank you.
We at Family for Justice is we are happy that for the arrest of Mr. Burwell and the detention and the extradition of Mr. Burwell back here to the Bahamas is in process. As we continue to seek for justice, we have questions that we need answered from two departments. Mainly social services and the Department of National Security. The complaints was made to social services and the police department, but nothing was done with one of the victims' complaints. There were several departments involved that was aware of what was happening through one of the victims, because of one of the victims' complaints. There was also executives in the ministry that was aware of the complaints, and nothing was done, dated back some 2 years. While we are relieved that Mr. Burwell was arrested, we the families would like to direct this question to the Minister of National Security on how did Mr. Burwell leave this country while under investigation for sexual molestation at this time. So what we're saying here is that we would want the minister to answer to the families, the victims, the families, and the general public, because we all know that there are other persons in the system that is under investigation for sexual misconduct. We're concerned that they too can leave this country if they are under investigation. Indeed they are. So this raises a concern for Family for Justice and the entire families, because this young man who was the victim reported, tried to get some help, but nothing was done. So we need to bring into question those departments who have dropped the ball, and we need the minister from Social Services and the minister from National Security to please answer the public as to what happened and why did it happen. And so these are some major concerns to us. So because I had an opportunity to interview these young men over and repeatedly. From our standpoint, the interview, the complaint was genuine, and of course, Mr. Burwell is innocent until proven guilty, but we are still seeking for justice, and the process has begun for justice. But again, there are others in the system that needs to be held accountable as to why did they drop the ball, in my opinion. That would be the
Okay, Reverend Bethel, in speaking with you last, you mentioned that Families for Justice would be taking legal action against the Ministry of Education. Are you now prepared to take legal action against the Ministry of Social Services and whoever else you may feel have dropped the ball?
We are in meetings with attorneys now. We met, they were here on Friday. This is what we are investigating now, because there may be further action taken. We met Friday, like I said, with the attorneys then. So or others again, like I say, other departments definitely is involved. We don't want it to be a quiet issue where they just get off the hook. Because again, look at the wider picture. Look at our children all around the Bahamas. We believe strongly that more of this has been happening. But those agencies that know and sit on it should themselves be brought to justice. And in regards to this, so we're looking into some things.
Can you at this time perhaps give a name as to who will be named in the lawsuit?
Not at this time. I wouldn't be able. Maybe at a later date, but right now, not at this time.
Anything else you want to add?
One of my, like I said earlier, one of my main concerns is that the protection of our children in this country. Mr. Gravey from the PPA, from Mayflower Rock, and others who was really instrumental in bringing this thing to head. I do know that they made a courageous step. What my concern is from Family for Justice standpoint is that when the legal process begins, when everything the ball starts to get rolling. Again, I mentioned that the accused has to be arraigned. The accused, again, is a possibility, could apply for bail. These are some of the questions now that is going to arise because, again, we know that he is a foreigner, right? We would like to know also if bail is going to be denied and at some point, or at any point, not just because him being a flight risk, right? These are some of our concerns, and we're going to be monitoring this a little later down because, again, he can deny all the charges and, again, be placed upon bail. So these are some questions that we have some great concerns in this particular area.
Okay. Now, as a foreign teacher, are you concerned that the way this matter is handled from this point on could negatively affect the way other foreign teachers are treated, or is that a concern for Families for Justice and for the Maroc PTA? Any one of you can answer this. Are you concerned that other foreign teachers may receive some sort of backlash because, people may feel that?
Well, I would want both of us will answer that, right? But I would say it like this. Again, we want to make it clear. There are good teachers in the system, okay? And unfortunately this incident happened, but there are good teachers in the system. I believe that if one is properly investigated, those bad apples would be brought to the surface. So I don't see where foreign teachers would be affected by this unless they are predators themselves. But I think that we in the system we need a greater background check on our foreign teachers that we bring in here to teach our children. I believe also that those already in the system and Bahamians already in the system, we need background check on all. Now, this incident happened in Maroc. We would like for the investigation to go at a wider throughout all our schools in the Bahamas. And I'm sure that you'll find out that there are others who've been molested in this country. So again, we are calling for a background check on teachers already in the system. And again, if there is nothing to fear, no damage done. So I believe we have a system that can work if we do it properly. That's my opinion on that,
Mr. Gravey, same question?
Well, I totally agree with Pastor Bethel. They are saying that they wanted to put one of the 6-point plans in place that is vetting the teachers when they're already in the system for 12 months, for the first 12 months of their employment. I don't think that's a good idea. I think what they need to do is be vetted before they even enter into the system, because 1 year is a long time. Plenty damages could be done. I want to say that we had foreign teachers in our country